Hello guys, welcome back to Comic Book Cafe, and today we are reviewing Green Lantern's Lost Army, issue number 2. Now, where we left off in this book was last issue. Obviously the Green Lanterns have been, as far as I know, thrown in somewhere in some different place. They're not sure where they are, they're not sure what's going on. They just know they're thrown in some different place, or they think they're separated, they're all over the place. Along the way they find Guy Gardner, John Stewart, Killwig and stuff, and they, get past these cleaners last issue, and at the very end they find this big, hygienic, red pyramid thing. So we start off with her in front of this red pyramid thing, where their things have, where Corner has said it was a power source for them. And so they're there, and they're, not sure what to do. And then as they're talking about stuff, all of a sudden, these better rage warriors would be the best, since the stuff they call rage. Anyway, these rage warriors attack them. They're fighting them, on the shelf, fighting them back and forth. And ultimately, they get John Stewart, and he's totally, capturing one of those crystals like other people did, but he's able to use up like 10% of his ring and breaks out of it, and his ring's almost dead. They're getting beat on pretty bad, and so him and Guy Gardner says, well, this is a power source, we gotta try it. They go to get charge up, and as they charge up, the pyramid turns from red to green. And the other surprise to them is when they charge, the rings are charged 200%, not 100%, and it's a cleaner, it's a more powerful charge. So there you go. So they don't know why it does it, but it did. They all charge up. They go and run into the cleaners again, except this time the cleaners ignore them. One quick thing before we finish on the story: when the warriors left, they said they had to go see the overseers. So who knows who the overseers are? They're in a different place. Who knows the overseer are, what they are, and what this means in general. But and the Corona has a theory that because they used the energy source from that, that wherever they're at, that it masks their rings and their energy to the cleaners, and the cleaners aren't going to attack them. Not only that, there was a scene earlier in the book when they're at that pyramid where, Guy Gardner makes some smart comment to Krona, and Jen's like, don't give him any hint of the future. He doesn't need to know. Jen's, of course Guy Gardner makes you're the boss, but I think he's going to bite us in the butt later on that he's here. And so as they're trying to figure out, Krona makes this hypothesis, hey, clean energy, you hear, that's an interesting hypothesis, and you see the relic there, with those little robots, and I like to further try out your theory, and that's when John Stewart realizes we're not in our known universe, we're not even in our own time, we're not even in our own time period. So where are they at? Are they in Relic's time? Because the Relic's universe was a universe that read out of emotional energy, and went out of existence. It's gone. So are they in his timeline, or are they in somebody else's timeline? Again, there are a lot of questions that they answered right now, right? What's Relic doing there? How are they going to get home? Because they start the book with John Stewart having memory and being in the army, and how just why, and the point at the end of it was just wanted to go home. Because if you're doing a miniseries like this, something's gonna slightly change with the Green Lantern Corps somehow. Something they knew they find that they can use later on, like the pyramid maybe. Because I know Corona said, it's too bad I couldn't study this further, but of course they didn't have time due to the fact the enemy and everything. But right now, they're stuck in what is probably another time, whereas not just another universe, another galaxy, another time. Who knows where they're at? And Still don't know who's attacking him, which is not a bad thing. Like, okay, so first you saw the cleaners, now you see the Rage Warriors. What's next, right? What are the big guys, and why are they stuck there? But overall, if you read the first one, this is a great continuation, an enjoyable book. Again, a little bit of dialogue between the characters. You find a little bit more of what's going on. Again, I like the art style of this book. I've always liked the Green Lantern, so there you go. But right now, it's just they didn't find any new Green Lanterns. They really don't know what's happened to them. So right now, the point of this series is you don't know what's happened to all the other Green Lanterns, and you don't know how they're going to get home, and you don't know who the big enemy is yet. Because Relic's not the enemy. Relic just happened to be clearly probably showed up due to the fact maybe they changed the pyramid battery source. Who knows? Anyway, what do you think about Green Lantern Lost Army? Again, this is not a book you can jump into this issue. You had to have read the last issue to read this one. Though you might be able to piece some of it together. If you want a full story and like all personal stories and stuff, you definitely would be able to read the first issue. Again, enjoyable book. You know, like where they're going with the story. Hasn't hurt my expectations in any way. Hasn't like gone in some goofy direction that like, you know, completely throw. Some books tend to throw the story off, like, oh, this is the premise of the story, and then you go read this miniseries, and then it's not what you thought it would be. So far, this is exactly what you thought it would be. Enjoy the book, enjoy the characters, and we'll just see where it goes. Anyway, let me hear your guys' opinions of the book, like always. Again, this is definitely a book if you need another book to read this week. It may not be necessarily the best book of the week, but it definitely was an enjoyable read. Anyway, guys, thanks for watching. I'll see you again soon.